Well, hello, my hooping buddies. Today I want to show you how to get some embroidery designs into PE11. This is the software here. And I'm going to combine a couple patterns together and show you how to get it loaded onto your saved design onto a USB stick and then transfer it to your machine. All right, so let's start here. We're in PE11. And first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go up the corner here, design settings, and I want to make sure the one I want to use today is the 9.5 by 14 the hoop, which is already selected. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So let's get us a design, and what we're going to do is go over here to folder, and we're going to navigate to where our designs are at. So I'm going to go into butterflies, and let's see. Let's do a 3.5 inch. Let's do 3 inch. So I'm going to click on that, and that puts it right into the center of the frame. So the first thing I want to do now is I want to duplicate. So now I have two of these, and I'm going to take one down there. I'm going to take one up there, and what I want to do is I want to flip this one over. So I'm going to highlight it by double clicking on it. There we go. Then I'm going to go up to here to arrange copy, and we want to vertical copy. And actually I really just want to flip it, but I'm just going to vertical copy, and what that's going to do is it's going to put another one in there. All right, so I'm going to go over and double click on this one again. Let's get this, let's separate this. Get out of that. And I'm going to hit the delete button. So that took that one out. So what I have here now is I've got my two butterflies. And you can resize these if you want. Just remember to hold the control key, and you can take it to whatever size you like. For right now, I'm just going to leave it that size. And then what I want to do is I'm going to go back up here to my folder, and I'd like to find some flowers someplace. So I'm going to go to here. I know I have some floral, and let's try here. Beautiful blooms. Oh, okay, let's see what we got. So let's take this one right here, double click on it. It's going to show up in the middle of the screen, and now I'm going to arrange this the way I'd like to arrange it. So I'm going to make this just a hair bigger, I think. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this butterfly, I'm going to double click, and I'm going to move him down here so he kind of looks like he's landing on the flower. Maybe just a hair away from there. There we go. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm going to double click on this butterfly, and we'll move it up so he's over here by the red one, getting ready to come in on the red one. And there we have it. Now, let's say that you're putting this on a pillow, or maybe this is a quilt block, and maybe you want to stipple this as well. So stippling would put some type of design in the background here, and I'm going to show you how to do that with a background fill. And you have to select the background so that it's selected like this. We can do an echo where it just, as you can see what it does. Stippling, if you're a quilter, you know what stippling is. We can also put in a decorative fill or a crosshatch. So for right now, for this demonstration, let's just do a stippling fill. We'll hit next, and this is what it looks like. We can change the offset spacing, which means the distance between your embroidery design and where the stippling starts. So as you see, as we get closer, now each time you do this, you have to hit update. So now you see it even got closer. Now the other thing is the distance spacing between the stippling. So we can make this smaller and update again, and you see how tight the stippling gets. Now the run stitch, of course, is the distance between each stitch, and we'll just go ahead and leave that the way it is. But you can do the stippling as tight as you want. Just remember that each time that you move one of these, you have to hit update in order to see what you want. Once you click OK, the program will put that in there, and that is your finished, basically, design, if that's what you want it to be. Now down here on the bottom, this is the different colors, and we can simulate the stitching. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play, and here's an adjustment bar over here so that you can move it either slower or faster. We'll put it on as fast as we can, so this is what it's going to look like while it's stitching out. And you can see down here the color changes as it gets to it. Black, green, yellow. There you go. All right. So let's say, geez, I thought the stippling is what I wanted, but maybe I want something different in there. So what we're going to do is go over your sidebar, and here is your stippling. So you can see each one of these, the sewing order, what each one is. That's a butterfly, that's the blue. So this is stippling right here. So let's go in here, we'll double click it, and, well, I'm sorry, that is not the stippling. Yes, it is. I'm going to double click. Actually, I'm going to double click up here till I see that outside, and I'm going to hit delete. And it got rid of the stippling. All right, if you messed up, here's an arrow. You can click this, and it'll bring it back. That's undo, redo, but let's undo it for right now. And let's say we want something different in there. So let's go to background fill, and let's do decorative fill. Remember, we have to click on the background and then hit next. And what we have here is we have different fills that could go in here. Like this is a bunch of leaves, and again, we can do the offset spacing is at 0, so you notice it's right on the edge. But if we increase this to, well, let's give it 10 thousandths, update, you'll see that now it doesn't go all the way to the edge. And the other thing is we can go ahead and increase to spread these leaves out, make them bigger. So you see they're getting bigger. If we don't like that pattern, we can click in the middle here and pick a different one. Let's pick this one. All right, and we'll go ahead and let's take this up to 5 and hit update. So you can see how that got bigger. We'll go 6, update. There we go. So again, if you're happy with that, and that's how you want your fill to be, and then you can go ahead and run the pattern. You can kind of watch how it's going to stitch out. And basically I just did the stipple pattern there instead of the whole thing. So we click off to the side here, and now when we run this, it will stitch the whole pattern out. All right, there's another thing I'd like to show you, and that's how to change colors on some of this. So let's say this butterfly right here, okay, this butterfly right here. I'm going to go down through my sewing order, and I'm going to find this blue right here is this blue part right here. So I'm going to click out and just click that part over there. You'll see the little red line around it. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to pick color. Now I can change this any color I want now. So I could make that orange, or we can make it yellow. Whatever you decide. If you want to change the black part of it, you just go highlight the black part, and I believe that might be here. No, that looks like the tree. So let's go, maybe. Yes. Okay, so this is the black. And let's make that orange. We'll make that orange. So you see how we can change everything in here. So even this red flower, if we wanted to, I got the red selected. So I'm going to change this to, let's see, change to a teal. I do something so it's a little brighter so you can see. We'll go to green. And remember, anytime you do something that you don't like, you can go back and hit this undo button here. Let's change the stems here. We got the stems are all different colors here. Let's go with, let's make that, that clashes with the other one, but we can make maybe a darker green. Let's make it a darker green. That's kind of what it probably already was. And then it looks like we have some leaves. Let's see if we can find the leaves. That is not those leaves. So let's see here. Ah, there we go. So let's change those leaves to a lighter green. So as you can see, this program's pretty powerful. We can change that any way we want. Now you're not limited to just these colors here. If you go to this drop down, you can see that there's all these different types of thread you can put in here. So for instance, we'll do sulky, and you can see all the different colors. So you can get a lot of different colors to change this design any way you'd like to. So what we want to do now is go to File, Save As, and let's give this a name where you want it to be. We'll go Flower 1. Oh, I can't spell. Flower 1. And we'll save that. All right, so from this point I saved that, and if I wanted to save it to a USB stick, at this point I would plug in my USB stick, and let me do that. I'm going to plug one in right now. And then this time I'm going to go, so you can see my USB stick's plugged in. I'm going to go File, Save As, but now I'm going to go find my USB drive, and it says Flower 1 PES, so I'm going to save it there. All right, so now it's on my USB stick, and now all I have to do is transfer this into my machine, which I will show you how to do that. So the other way is I can transfer this, because I have a baby lock and I have Wi-Fi, I can transfer this over to my machine without using the USB stick. And let's do that right now. I'm going to go turn the machine on. All right, now we're going to get this over to the baby lock through the network. And first thing you're going to have to do is go up to Options, Network Machine Settings, and we're going to make sure that your machine is selected. If it's not up there, you're going to go ahead and click Add, and once it comes up, click OK, and it's ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to Send in Network Machine, Bud Jackies. Finished outputting data, so that means it's over at the baby lock. All right, so I'll take you over to the baby lock, and I'll show you how to load both of these from USB and how we just sent it over the air through the Wi-Fi. We're at the baby lock, and I have my USB stick, and we're going to go into Embroidery. And down here in the corner again is where you're going to find your design. So let's do the one that I just sent over Wi-Fi. We're going to hit that Wi-Fi symbol. And I know that it's going to be at the end of so here it is right here. We're going to select that, and we're going to hit Set. And here we are. We've got it set up in here, and we're going to hit Embroidery. And this has got 35,000 stitches. It's going to take 54 minutes to do. Each one of these is the color changes, and that's all you have to do. So that's how you get that in that way. So let's show you how to get the design in there by USB stick. So let's go back up to home. We're going to cancel current selection. We're going to take our USB stick and plug it into our machine. Alright. And we're going to go to Embroidery. And I'm going to go down here to the USB. And here's our design. Notice it says PES for brother. That's how we saved it. Go ahead and select it. And here we are again. We're back in the machine. Hit set. If you got your hoop centered up in there, hit Embroidery. And you are ready to go. Alright, so that's how you do it. If you have any questions, ask down below. And that's how you do 2 different ways to get it in there. I can't talk enough about the Brother PE11 software, which is excellent software. However, it is quite expensive, but well worth it. And if you search the internet, I find that the price kind of jumps all over the place. But if you can find a deal on it, I'd snatch it up and use that software. Alright, well, have a good time. Till next time. Keep it in the hoop, my friends.